Peep the background though. It actually got way more sexier. Look, I got hold up. Booker jersey. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't sure about the lights. I was thinking blue because I'm gonna be talking about the Arizona Wildcats today. But then I'm like, you know what? Red looks more sexier. We're going with red. Anyways, what's going on, y'all? Groovy Tony here, and like I said already, I'm gonna be talking about the Arizona Wildcats because I actually was not gonna make a video today, but then I forgot. Oh shit, Saturday, and normally I did say I was gonna drop Friday Night SmackDown like reviews, kind of just talk about certain stuff, I guess, but I kind of forgot it was Friday and I missed the show, so yeah, I'm gonna get to you guys on Monday Night Raw though. So this Tuesday, expect a video just kind of talking about wrestling, and that's pretty much gonna be my schedule from now on. Tuesdays and Saturdays are like legit my only days where I have something scheduled. After that, it's whatever I want to talk about. Like today, I just got done watching the NCAA game. I was watching, like I said, the Wildcats and Coach Tommy Lloyd. I wanted to see what this offense was gonna look like because I'm not gonna lie. Like if you saw my last video, I'm really impressed with the Koa Pete's. He's awesome, and it's not just him, right? I have okay. First, I want to go through like overall notes, just talking about like the first half and the second half, because this really was a tale of two games. And the game that I'm talking about, it's the Arizona Wildcats versus Utah Tech. They just played, I think, last night, right? Friday night. We have an upcoming game, I think, tomorrow, and then the main ranked game like on Tuesday. At least I think that's how it works, because that's the thing. If you watched the first video, and you probably already know, I'm new to college basketball. I'm getting into the Big 12 conference because that's where my team resides, and I'm like predominantly trying to focus on that and just pretty much understand my team fully before I understand, other conferences, which is kind of the way to go. And honestly, I thought about it, right? I'm like sitting there thinking, why was I even so obsessed with like college basketball and like college sports growing up? And I'm like, oh, probably because I'm a 5'8" dude. Like I told you on the first video, I'm not going to be the next Jalen Brunson. I'm not even the next Muggsy Bogues. I don't got that vertical. You know what I do got though? Got my brain. So I'm going to use it. And now I'm using it to analyze basketball. So here's what I found. Let me just pull up my notes real quick so I can tell y'all. Okay. First of all, the very first note that I had within the first minute of this game, active hands all around with matched intensity. Basically, they had strong closeout when it came to shooters. They played the zone very well. I think first half it was really a tale of two cities, right? Tale of two halves or whatever. It really was, because the first half I kept noticing like these dudes, for example, Arizona, for example, was really strong on the offensive board because Koa Pete is really good. And then I wrote it down right here. What's his name? Damn, I'm so mad. I don't think I wrote down your name, buddy. Oh no. Listen, hold on. I didn't write down his name. It was basically the backup power forward coming off the bench, right? I forgot his name. His first name was like Tobe. Last name was Awaki or something like that. I'm butchering the name. I know. I'm sorry if you're seeing this. Like, yeah, or any fans of him. Like, I promise I'm not trying to butcher it on purpose. I could have sworn I actually wrote down a note about him. I think I did. No, I guess I didn't. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, that's weird. I could have sworn that I wrote a note about this guy coming off the bench. But basically, like, I was highlighting the bench unit because when it comes to these type of teams, right, like underdogs or like people that I think are going to really like stand out. Because I'm not going to lie, bro. Off, a couple games, like starting off strong. Like, I really love these Wildcats. I love the way they're playing like Wildcats, literally. They're playing with a pace that's like super fast. They're well conditioned. They're well coached. Coach Tommy Lloyd, I really like his coaching style. He has similar coaching style to let's say like Mike D'Antoni, I'm saying 7 seconds or less. But the problem is like not everybody has a Steve Nash to lead that offense of like 7 seconds or less. This team doesn't need Steve Nash, bro. You know who they got? They got JB Smoove. Shout out JB, bro, because before the season started, I didn't really know much about you. Like I said, a lot of these players, I don't know their high school. I'm really like doing my own studies on that. Like, I really want to know about, like I said, JB Smoove, because here's a couple notes that I did have on JB. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, it's I don't even know who I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, what is his name? I know his nickname. He's the point guard. Okay, I know his nickname, but I don't know his full name. Oh, is it Jaden Bradley? I think it's what it is. Anyways, or is it? No, I feel bad not knowing his name. Hold on, that's kind of rude of me. I just had it pulled up too earlier. Let me put some respect on his name, because I do want to call him, JB or JB Smoove from now on, but that's not the man's name. Let me see. Oh, I was thinking of Braden Burries. He's the shooting guard. But no. The point guard, his name is Oh, it is Jaden Bradley. I think in my notes I wrote down two different people for like the same thing. Okay, see, that's how you guys know I'm new to college ball and I'm new to just kind of like taking notes during games. Because I used to do it on my own time, but now that I'm doing it for a video, it's more like a purpose. So it's more centered, center focused. And I like that because my thoughts cannot. Sometimes they can have tunnel vision, right? If I get really excited about a topic, like right now, I got tunnel vision looking at this camera. What am I doing though? I'm talking about basketball. I love basketball. Anyways, moving on. Here we go. Yeah, I just realized I put all the notes for him on another guy, so my bad, JB. But anyways, the notes that I did have for JB though, quick passes out of the double team, which led to an early shot clock turnover. They got a steal, right? They were just passing it back and forth, him and the shooting guard, because I mean they were really pressuring them early on. Like Utah Tech definitely understood. Like, okay, this is like a well-oiled machine, well-oiled machine type of team, like Nuggets, but not necessarily like Nuggets esque. Honestly, if I can compare this Wildcats team to any team, I would say the Pacers, but the difference is they have a 7-2 guy down low that can actually, you know what I'm saying, like pass out the post and he can do all this and that. Not to say the Pacers didn't have that because they had, Miles Turner, which is like now everybody knows Miles Turner is like the type of big that everybody wants, that stretch five that can block shots like Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is getting old, you know what I'm saying? And then obviously Cat is Cat, so and not everyone's gonna be Cat, same way like not everybody's gonna be Dirk back in the day. But anyways, the main reason I wanted to highlight that though, I wanted to highlight the center specifically because I did have a couple notes on the center. Let me not butcher his name. Is it Krivas? He's from Lithuania though. Really, really good guy. 7'2". Most things that I noticed watching this game, he had a lot of good entry passes, but they weren't always caught well. And I don't know if that's because the passes aren't there or if maybe he's just not expecting them. But I don't want to say it's that because when I was watching the game, like he moves pretty well laterally for a 7'2" guy. He's not like super skinny. I forgot his actual weight. I think it's like 260, right? Something like that, 250 maybe. But he's a big dude, right? And he knows his size. He uses his length well to defend shooters. Again, I don't know how well he is on the perimeter. That's what I'm going to keep watching as the season progresses. But for now, I just want to show some love, right? I love Arizona. I love the Wildcats. I like AZ sports in general, even though I know I'm a Cowboys fan, but like that's for different reasons. But yeah, no, and I'm also a Dodgers fan. I know I'm a walking contradiction. What can I say? But anyways, yeah, I'm just super impressed with this team because they're playing like the Pacers, super fast transition team. You know what I'm saying? They're all up in shooters' faces. Like the only 3-point shots that I saw them comfortably get, Utah Tech, I mean, were probably like in the second half. But even then, by that point, I think we were up like 14 at the half. After that, like I said, it was really a tale of two halves because all of a sudden, like our bench guys are really understanding. Okay, we gotta not only clear the offensive rebounds, but we got to actually finish the play. And that's actually what I wrote for my second half notes. I wrote make more threes because I think our only 3-pointers were coming from like I forgot the shooting guard's name. Now that I feel so bad that I mixed up the names, but the shooting guard, I did have notes on him because here's the thing. I had notes on him because I really, really liked how he learned from his past experience with foul trouble, right? In the first game, he went, I think, 1 for 6 or 1 for 3. I think he had 6 fouls. It was 3 points. It wasn't a good game, right? But what did he do? Talk to Coach Lloyd. Coach Lloyd set him right. You know what I'm saying? This game, oh, he was steady. He was good. He was not bad. I really enjoyed watching him play. Another person I really enjoy watching play, obviously the highlight of this game, honestly, it's going to be Anthony Delorso. I don't know how you say it. I'm going to just call him Ant because I'm also Anthony and it's kind of easier for me to understand. So, Ant, I got to tell you right now, you are a solid presence on the court. Like, inside out score, I was very intrigued when you had 15 points at the half. You ended up, I think, with 18. Like, again, it wasn't just him, though. It was Koa Pete. You know, I think, was it JV Smooth who also got 18 this game? I can check. But that's not the point. The point is, I'm really fascinated by the fact that this team is like I said, well oiled like the Nuggets, right? But they don't have a Nuggets-esque player because, again, Jokic is Jokic. Like, it's going to be kind of hard to top that. But, again, here's what they do have, though. And this is why I like what Coach Lloyd is doing so far. Coach Lloyd is really understanding our personnel, and he's really using everybody to their strengths. Like, I was actually looking forward to seeing maybe, like, Bryce James in this game, which he may have gone in there, but I might have just tuned out towards the second half because I ain't going to lie, it was a blowout towards the end. But that first half was super exciting, and it kind of showed me, like, this Wildcats team, I think they're sleepers, bro. They might be dark horses. Like before the season started, I had them ranked 6, I think right under Kansas. And that top 5 is hard to beat, but I'm like, if anybody can do it, it's probably going to be this team. If you don't believe me, well, hey, just keep watching the way I'm going to keep watching. I'm going to keep reporting my thoughts. Let me just double check, make sure I don't have anything else to say. Because, again, I want to make sure I get all my points across. And I want to make sure I have it clear, precise, and just bam, bam, bam. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so I actually forgot quite a bit in my notes. These are all regarding the first half. Because, like I said, second half, I kind of already understood. I already understood, like, okay, if we can beat them on the offensive boards, and we play with the keep playing at the pace we were playing in the first half, we're gonna win. And guess what happened? We won. So, not surprising there. If you watch the first game, if you watch the first half of this game, Wildcats versus Utah Tech, you'll see, like, for sure, yeah, they didn't really have anybody to match Koa on the offensive rebounds. They didn't have anybody to match the guy, I forgot his name, on the bench, but he's also, that's what's scary about this team, bro. Here's the thing: the reason why I compare him to the Pacers, it's not the fact that, like, they're Pacers-esque. It's just the fact that, like, they have personnel and they're using it, and they have the power of friendship. Like, we were all memeing last season until, obviously the power of friendship, bro. They got to the NBA Finals, the Pacers team, I mean. Who's to say that, this Arizona team can't be on the same trajectory? Like, I really like their freshman, Koa Pete. I just like everybody on the roster so far, like, from the starting unit, the bench unit. I have to do my research on them. But so far, like I said, I'm finding my guys, the nooks and crannies. I'm really just doing my research to figure out, like, who's the guy I'm going to follow. Because so far, I knew Koa was going to be my guy I follow for the rest of the season. But now I'm really keeping my eyes on, like, JB, right? I want to see his progression as a steady point guard, because he actually had a mean dunk, bro. Like, clear path to the lane, bam, yammed it on the, I mean, it was open, but still, like, that's the point, is, like, don't jump with them, clearly. And that's the thing I like about him. And he, just like Cade Cunningham, if if you watch basketball, NBA, Cade Cunningham, he's one of those people that his poise, I hope I said that right. Anyways, the way he's able to be calm in the court, essentially, that. I like that about JB so far. He controls the pace very well, because I noticed when the second unit came in, they had, like, chaotic good instead of, like, structured chaos. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference, right? When JB is on the floor, he's a threat to obviously attack the rim, but he's not looking to do that. He's looking to set up the offense, make sure Koa's getting his touches, make sure this person's getting his touches. Hey, don't let the big man, just, hey, shout out to the big man, like I kept saying, the center, dude. He was doing the damn thing. He was 7'2". Every time he got a smaller guy on him, just like Koa Pete. You know what I'm saying? Koa, I have a couple notes on Koa that I want to talk about at the end of the video. But for now, like I said, I just want to get all the love that I can to all the people on this team so far, because you guys are killing it. I cannot wait to see the progression, especially from some of the players like I mentioned. There's not much to say. Like, we did have, like, a 3-minute drought towards, like, the 3-minute mark of the first half. But honestly, we were getting offensive rebounds. And at that point, like, can you really be mad as a coach if we're getting rebounds? We're just not finishing the plays. Like, the hustle's there. The intensity's there. Like, we're clearly outmatching them in terms of intensity. And that's my point, is that's why, like, I don't want to be so quick to jump the gun and be like, yep, this team's going to be amazing. But at the same time, I believe in my team, and I have to. But I also believe in them because of the fact that, like, I think I wrote it down in here, but... yeah, if they could have made more free throws, bro, this would have been a blowout at the half, straight up. I think we missed, like, half our free throws, I think it was. I don't remember the exact stat, but it wasn't good, because I clearly wrote it down. I said, stay locked in, make your free throws, make more threes, and finish the play. Because, again, what good is you getting 3 offensive rebounds if 2 of them are bad looks, and one of them, I mean, it could have been 2 other shooters on the wings wide open, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Best shot is the one at the rim. But, I mean, come on, we got to eventually, like... But I'm not too worried, because, again, this team is led by a very well-known coach, Coach Lloyd. Coach Lloyd is really good, because I like how he emphasizes spacing. Again, in this offense, if you're not spacing the floor, you're going to get put off that floor real quick. I promise you. I saw it. Like, one thing I noticed, too, the big man, like I was mentioning, I like the way he was able to guide the offense, just be in the right place at the right time at all moments of the game. And then even when he had, like, foul trouble towards the end, very calm, you know what I'm saying? Go to the bench, come back in, do the dirty work. He was working out the low post. He was doing a lot of entry passes, you know what I'm saying, out the post. It was awesome. It was beautiful to see, because, like I said, I'm a huge, Jokic fan. So for me, this is, like, really addicting. And this is, again, what made me fall in love with basketball to begin with. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to get these thoughts out, you know what I'm saying, about this Wildcats team so far. And I know I keep saying Wildcats. It's because I'm not used to the fact that, like, Arizona State, Utah Tech, all this stuff. Like, I'm not used to that. So, chill on me. Not too much on me. But yeah, if I say Wildcats, y'all know Arizona. So anyways, I'm going to just start saying AZ to make it easy. Actually, I didn't think about that. But I believe that's all I had to say. Yeah, because Koa, I mean, I can glaze him more, but I already did in the last video. Like, he comes from a sports family, which I learned at the broadcast. Like, I guess he has a lot of D1 players in his family. That explains why he's so, like, calm on the court, because it's like, well, shit, to him, he's like, that's another warm-up game, you know what I'm saying? And he plays like it, and I want to see him against top competition. But not just him, though. I want to see how he plays within the offense, because I think everybody was getting timely shots. But what surprised me was the fact that they weren't just timely shots, but like, dude, they were hustling on both ends of the court and like causing shooters to be real uncomfortable. So yeah, they may have gotten a lot of threes up, but I looked at the threes and I'm like, they were from people that, you know what, we'll let that slide. We'll take that three in the corner or three at the top of the key. He's not gonna make that 50% of the time. We're good, right? That's just basic math. I love that stuff. And you know, Coach Lloyd obviously does too, because he realized, yep, that's the recipe for success. And I mean, hey, it paid off. But again, I want to see it in the clutch. I want to see it against tougher competition. I want to see it when, like I mentioned earlier, when your shooting guard is not having a great game and he gets fouled out. What's JB gonna do? You know what I'm saying? How's the other small forward? I forgot his name completely. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get the names right. I promise you guys. But yeah, I wonder, like, how is their role gonna change throughout the season? You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I just love how Koa is a consistent inside rim pressure person. That's completely improper, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, him and the center. The center is just obviously he's 7'2", bro. Anybody's gonna be a mismatch. He's good at finding those mismatches and attacking real quick. He's very fast, right? And that's the thing that scares me though with the fast-paced teams is like, can you keep it up all season long? I think they can, but we'll have to see. Again, this is like I said, Groovy Tony. This is just my quick little thoughts about Arizona Wildcats so far. I'll let you guys know more about my thoughts later on as I get more research in there. But I just want to get this video out because again, I'm trying to do daily uploads. I don't want to miss a video, and I don't even care. I don't care if it's what, like, I've been recording for at least like 15 minutes. I'm probably gonna crop this down to like a 10-minute video if I can. If not, whatever, sue me. I don't care. But yeah. Yeah, like I said, over time, you know what I'm saying, I'll get into the habit of just doing daily uploads to where it's just going to be like second nature. That's my goal, is that they say what, like, once is a coincidence, two is a pattern, three is like a habit, essentially. I'm trying to build a habit. So if in 3 weeks I can upload straight, who's to say I can't go for 2 months or 3 months or a year? You know what I'm saying? Will I get burnt out? I don't know. But you guys will know. I'll let you guys know because I'm super honest. But yeah, anyways, this has been Groovy. Thanks for watching the video, and stay tuned on Tuesday if you're a wrestling fan, because I'm going to drop some wrestling videos just talking about like Monday Night Raw, you know what I'm saying? If I don't get it that day, I might get it done Monday night, but I'm trying not to upload at night. I want to really start recording throughout the day and then obviously edit through the night and have it ready. Just I'm always a day ahead because that's usually how I like to run things. But again, different strokes for different folks, you know what I'm saying? I got whatever you need. You a basketball old head? Come talk to me. I got Magic Johnson in my top 5 point guards, and he's not top 2. I'll tell you that right now. And he ain't 3, 4, 5. So yeah. What else? I think that's all I had to cover for today's video. I'm actually really hungry now. I wasn't hungry like 10 minutes ago, I promise. But now, woo! Okay, bye.